Welcome to the Echoes of Astra trading card game Quickstart guide. To start the game, randomly determine the first turn player with a coin or die. Both players draw 6 cards to start. Each player may mulligan by shuffling their hand back into the deck and then drawing a new hand of 6 cards. You can only do this once per game. Before starting the game, each player chooses one card in their hand to put face down into the supply area. When you play a supply in this manner, always draw a card to replace what you put down. Now let's start your first turn of the game. Turn all cards on your side upright to ready them. You won't have anything to ready on your first turn. Player 1 skips their first draw, otherwise they would draw a card here. During the main phase, you can extend supply, that is, playing a card face down into the supply area and drawing a card to replace it. You may only do this once per turn. Now we can play a card from our hand. Each card has a supply cost in the top left corner. Unit cards are the most common and enter your staging area exhausted. Tactic cards resolve their effects and then immediately go to the graveyard. There are also item and territory cards, but we'll focus on those later. Now let's fast forward to an example of combat. It's the start of your turn, so ready your cards and draw a card. A ready unit can attack one of the 3 combat zones in the middle of the game board. If a combat zone is empty, you can take control of it with a unit immediately. You may also retreat a ready unit from a combat zone you control by exhausting it and returning it to your staging area. If the attacker survives and the defender is destroyed, the attacker now controls the zone. If both survive, the attacker returns to its staging area. Please note that exhausted units cannot retaliate nor deal damage during combat. You can keep attacking as long as you have units that are ready. But not everything may go as planned. The defending player also has an opportunity to play a counter card after an attack has been declared. Each player may also respond to counters with a counter of their own. Resolve counters from last played to first played. At the end of your turn, you gain victory points, equal to the total influence of units and combat zones you control. A unit's influence is found on the bottom left of each unit card. At this point, if a player has 20 victory points, they win. Now let's look at some other card types. Equipment and territory cards provide ways to support your units passively. Equipment can modify unit stats and even give it special effects. Equipment cards are played directly onto units in your staging area. Equipment moves with a unit when it attacks and retreats. A unit can have any number of equipment on it at once, but if a unit is destroyed or leaves the battlefield, all equipped items go to the graveyard. Territory cards can be played straight into a combat zone of your choice. Territory card effects can greatly change the rules of engagement. You can also play territories face down at no cost. A territory played face down can be flipped up on a later turn by paying its supply cost. This can be done either as a counter or even during your own main phase. Each player can have 1 territory in each combat zone. If you play a second territory into a combat zone where you already have one, send the old one to the graveyard. That's all you need to begin playing Echoes of Astra. If you have more in-depth questions, you can consult the comprehensive rule set on our website, or you can join our Discord community. See you on the battlefield.